Thuingaleng Muivah homecoming and political reactions from Kitovi Nnpgs and ZUF, October 2025. Narrative analysis. In late October 2025, the Naga political landscape witnessed a significant series of events that underscored the complexities of leadership, representation, and local mobilization. Central to these developments was the homecoming of NSCN-IM leader Thuingaleng Muivah, whose return to his native areas in Manipur, especially Somdal village in Ukhrul District, became a focal point for both celebration and criticism. Preparations in Senapati District. Beginning around October 21, 2025, authorities and local communities in Senapati District undertook extensive preparations for Muivah's passage through the region. Roads were cleared and decorated with banners and Naga flags. Local volunteers coordinated logistics for safe transit, and district-level committees liaised with both civil authorities and Naga organizations to ensure smooth movement. The preparation reflected both respect for Muivah as a senior leader and recognition of the symbolic importance of his journey through Senapati, which connects key tribal areas of the Naga heartland. Local media and social networks documented residents setting up traditional ceremonial spaces, including torches and floral arrangements, to welcome him. Schools and youth organizations actively participated, with students instructed to line main roads, wave flags, and present symbolic gifts. Security arrangements were tightened to prevent any incidents, reflecting awareness of both the political significance of the visit and the potential for rival group demonstrations. Arrival at Somdal and community reception. On October 22, 2025, Muivah arrived in Somdal, his ancestral village, marking his first homecoming in over 5 decades. Large crowds gathered to witness the event, demonstrating a mix of admiration, nostalgia, and political solidarity. Video footage circulated widely across social media, showing local leaders offering traditional honors and community members singing and performing rituals to mark the occasion. While supporters hailed the return as a historic moment, some observers viewed it as a carefully orchestrated display of influence, signaling continued relevance of NSCN-IM within Naga politics. The ceremonial aspects, combined with Muivah's speeches on the origins of the Naga movement, framed his visit as both cultural and political, reinforcing his enduring symbolic authority. ZUF's response. On October 25, 2025, the Zeliangrong United Front issued a public statement reacting to Muivah's homecoming and associated comments. While acknowledging elements of Muivah's discourse on Naga origins, ZUF criticized the NSCN-IM for what it termed a distortion of nationalist narratives and internal divisiveness. The statement also called for Muivah to issue an unqualified apology to the Naga people, framing the visit as a moral and political accountability moment rather than a celebration. ZUF's criticisms included allegations that the NSCN-IM engaged in extortion in Zeliangrong areas, undermining local trust and legitimacy. The statement emphasized that genuine reconciliation could only emerge through truth-telling, acknowledgement of past mistakes, and equitable engagement with all Naga groups. The ZUF narrative connected these claims to both historical grievances and ongoing community concerns, highlighting a persistent undercurrent of skepticism toward NSCN-IM practices. Kitovi Jamomi's commentary. Also on October 25, Kitovi Jamomi, Arto-Kilanser of NSCN-U, offered a public critique of NSCN-IM through a widely circulated YouTube interview. Kitovi condemned the continued reliance on the 2015 framework agreement with the Indian government, describing it as insufficient and misleading. He argued that the Forum for Naga Reconciliation had lost its legitimacy by supporting exclusive deal-making, and stressed the importance of inclusive negotiations involving all Naga factions. Kitovi framed the issue as one of political representation and fairness, asserting that no single group should dictate the Naga political trajectory. His critique emphasized transparency, collective decision-making, and adherence to shared principles as prerequisites for any sustainable political settlement. Analysis of political implications. The convergence of ZUF and Kitovi's critiques illustrates a broader debate about leadership legitimacy, accountability, and inclusivity in Naga politics. ZUF focused on moral and historical accountability, insisting that Muivah's leadership is not immune to criticism or scrutiny. Kitovi, meanwhile, emphasized procedural legitimacy, collective negotiation, and adherence to agreed frameworks. Muivah's homecoming served as both a symbolic reinforcement of NSCN-IM's prominence and a trigger for rival groups to assert alternative visions for political engagement. The extensive preparations in Senapati District, including public ceremonies, student participation, and community mobilization, underscore the continuing importance of symbolic politics in reinforcing authority and legitimacy. Local grievances, including accusations of extortion and selective enforcement of influence, complicate the IM's standing in certain areas. These factors, coupled with criticisms of secretive negotiations, highlight structural tensions within the broader Naga movement, particularly between central leadership and local constituencies. Strategic considerations. Short-term dynamics indicate intensified narrative competition as rival groups use social media, public statements, and ceremonial events to shape perceptions of legitimacy. The IM must navigate the challenge of preserving authority while addressing local grievances and external critiques. ZUF and Kitovi's interventions may influence negotiation postures, either prompting more inclusive processes or reinforcing factional divides if ignored. Medium-term considerations include potential recalibration of the Naga peace process. Inclusive, transparent engagement could strengthen long-term prospects for unity, whereas continued unilateral actions by the IM risk exacerbating mistrust and prolonging fragmentation. The Indian government and neutral mediators must also account for these dynamics in any facilitation or settlement discussions. Symbolic significance and public perception. Muivah's journey through Senapati and arrival at Somdal highlights the interplay of symbolic politics, public sentiment, and leadership authority. The community-focused ceremonies and large-scale participation indicate both cultural reverence and ongoing political mobilization. Reactions from ZUF, Kitovi, and broader social media demonstrate that symbolism alone does not guarantee uncontested legitimacy. It must be coupled with accountability and inclusive leadership practices. Potential outcomes and watchpoints. Key developments to monitor in the coming weeks include the NSCN-IM's response to the ZUF apology demand, any efforts by alternative forums to rebuild legitimacy, and the formation of new alliances among smaller Naga factions. The handling of local grievances in areas like Zeliangrong and Senapati will be critical, as failure to address community concerns could deepen divisions and undermine prospects for durable peace. Conclusion. The events of October 2025, spanning Senapati preparations, Muivah's homecoming in Somdal, and the reactions of ZUF and Kitovi, illustrate the intricate relationship between symbolism, legitimacy, and political negotiation in Naga affairs. Accountability, transparency, and inclusivity emerge as central themes, with both immediate and long-term implications for Naga unity, civil-military relations, and the broader peace process. For ZalengamMedia, these developments offer insight into the evolving dynamics of Naga politics and the challenges of balancing tradition, symbolism, and governance in a complex, multi-factional environment. Sources: ZUF official statements and social media updates regarding Muivah's homecoming and apology demands. NSCN-IM, YouTube interviews and statements by Kitovi. Local news coverage and reports on Senapati District preparations for Muivah's transit. Social media documentation of Somdal village reception, public ceremonies, and community mobilization. Regional analysis of Naga political negotiations and factional dynamics. Thank you for watching. Please do share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe ZalengamMedia.